That was funny.
Welcome back, everybody on YouTube. We are starting part 2 of Wilds of Wildemount, Session 7. Take it away, Emily.
Alrighty, so you guys go around introducing the prisoners to all of the other crewmates. The only thing of real notice is when you introduce them to Heidi. She does when you introduce them, she is curt, right, with you all, but she seems like she is particularly upset.
Oh.
But other than that, everybody's introduced. They go lay down and rest.
Hog.
Is there anything you all would like to do?
Make sure that the ship doesn't crash into a boulder or iceberg.
Where on
I
the
like that idea.
center?
You are... I'm sorry, it's loading.
Boat.
It's being really slow.
Da da da.
Come on.
Da 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 da.
Okay.
Da 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 da.
You guys will arrive there by tomorrow evening, which it's pretty late into the night, and so you all can take your long rest if you want.
Take a long rest?
And unless anybody else has anything they would like to do between now and tomorrow evening, we can skip ahead.
Nope. And I'm gonna keep the one psychic damage from breaking the fourth wall.
I'm gonna keep
Taking
it.
a long rest,
Yeah.
man.
I know, but the psychic damage continues, and my headache lasts all the way till tomorrow evening.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like somebody keeps talking. Like whenever I try and get rest, all they can hear is just nattering. Something about memes.
What the hell is a meme?
What the fuck?
What in the
I've heard
fuck?
of these memes. What are they?
Sounds a lot like Gene.
Wonder if that has anything to do with anything.
Meanwhile, up on the ship, Cheem
Meanwhile,
scratches
and now
his
you know this.
ear.
Dean.
What?
I said, meanwhile, up at the ship's wheels, Cheem scratches his ear.
Oh, okay.
You're acting like a robot, Emily. I'm not liking it. Oh, what did you say? Oh, ha 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 ha! That was very funny.
Quick, Quinn, save your game before Monica shows up.
Okay.
What?
So
Which?
I'm sorry. I'm fighting Roll20 right now.
Vibes.
It's being a little bitch.
Also vibes. Not great vibes, but you know. Still.
Vibes.
Okay, so there's nothing else anybody wants to do.
No?
Yeah, I'm good.
A full day passes. The next morning, you all awake. The sun is out and shining. With 2 additional crew members, y'all get set to work. Various people, like Windchime, is just following Borth around and doing whatever he tells her to.
Yes.
And up at the helm of the ship. Up at the helm of the ship, basically through most of the day, is Moonzik as team, with
Dillu.
Dilyu, and occasionally throughout the day, Heidi popped up there and just kind of looked around and went back and did her own thing. But 2 additional crew members and all of you guys helping, you make short work of the day. You arrive off of the coast by the evening as the sun just starts to set in the sky. You can imagine the seagulls flying the packs above you as you pull into the, for most of you, semi-familiar port of Port Damali. Again, despite the hour into the evening, the harbor is bustling with activity. You hear like men screaming, basically yelling at each other to do this or do that, but their voices are muddled out by the sound of the wind and the sails opening and closing and being adjusted, along with like hammering and the variety of stuff you guys have already heard. And you guys pull into harbor, and the crew gets to work of basically tying the ship down.
I do want to make notes.
During this last... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to say, I do want to make notes. Within Cheem's robes, Moontik is keeping his 2 daggers there just in case. He doesn't plan on using them for anything, but just in case something were to go wrong.
Of course.
Can I do something?
Uh-huh.
Brom doesn't want to open carry his trident at a peace talk, but he doesn't want to go unarmed. And he has recently learned the usefulness of tools as weapons. So can he look for like a hammer on the ship that would be used for repairs that could also be used as a weapon?
Roll an investigation check.
Oof.
I mean, the only thing you can think of is maybe Heidi knows where they are, because she was using them earlier. Besides that, you have no idea where she put them.
I'm gonna think about it for a second, then decide it's fine and walk out with my trident.
I've got my weapons
Pitchfork.
hidden within the main
Pitchfork, yes.
of fucking crazy shit going on Nemo's lower half.
Yeah, I'm not bothering to hide it.
I mean, you're a farmer. You'll probably be fine.
Anyone here want to hold on to my dagger? I don't mind going in unarmed.
Are we not supposed to have
just
weapons?
keep your... Yeah, we're gonna keep our weapons. Don't really worry about it. There's nothing wrong about it. There's no
Also,
laws.
you're
right?
a wizard.
In this
I
day and
know.
age, everyone has weapons.
I know. And then I sort of like cast produce
Back in
flame,
my
and then like a little
day,
fireball, like
People
kind of.
didn't worry about
you know, goes
open
around.
carry. We just shot each other day after day.
Okay. At this final leg of the journey, Heidi does make an appearance up by you, Moonzik, and does help you and Dilyu navigate into the proper locations. But she doesn't say much to you at all. She just does it.
I nod at her when she comes onto deck.
She nods back.
What a meaningful conversation.
You're filled with inspiration.
A conversation based entirely on insight checks and nothing else. Non-verbal conversation based entirely on insight.
It is
Beautiful.
a conversation that is all nat 20s in insight.
From the
like,
amount
to
of time
replace
we've
your
canonically
nasty.
spent together.
There you go.
And you guys pull in, and surprisingly, there's no military or militia when you
that's
pull
all.
in.
This seems...
Jocko, didn't you tell them that we were supposed to be coming? I'd expect someone to be there to apprehend us.
They don't know the situation yet. The ship at sea.
You see, she kind of like furrows her brows a bit and says, I would definitely assume they would have come. I'm not sure why they aren't here."
I mean, do you
I've got a
reckon-
bad feeling about this.
Did you
Wait.
give them the wrong day?
It is...
I mean, what do we do about all the... You know, I'm gonna, like, whisper to Moonzik, like, what do we do about all the belongings and the money and the chests inside of the boat? Don't you think that if they come, they'll seize it?
We'll wait. They might have just spotted our ship, so maybe they're on their way down. Let's give them a little bit of time.
Do they
Aw.
have a base here in the city?
Oh, I should give you guys a little, now that Roll20 is working. Welcome to Port Damali, again.
Welcome back to Port Damali.
That should be what you named the episode.
Welcome back to Port
Only
Damali.
two.
Alright. Yeah.
No, we should call it
Uh,
Landho.
Maybe.
So, you guys are, we're gonna pretend that you are right here. With your little ship. Big ship. It's a really big ship. You can't see it on here, but there are plenty of smaller ships.
I'm gonna look to Moonzik and say, or Chim, I guess, and say, Captain, how about I stay back? I'll make sure things stay good on the ship while you guys go explain it. I'm sure they don't need the entire party there.
If that is what you feel, then I suppose we could handle it. What say the rest of you?
Aye, aye,
think you
I do as he
Captain.
wishes.
I think you could use a little bit of help. And I think I'll stick with you.
Fair enough.
I would appreciate it. Well then, Dejarko,
Wait, who are you
do-
sticking with? I would just want to make sure.
Miles is coming with. Edward's coming with. Dylan, who hasn't said one way or the other, would be Animo and.
Well, no, it was common sense to me. I'm
Yeah.
coming with.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is literally just me responding to the whole, well, what if they board our ship? I'll be here.
Well, Dejarko, do you want to lead the way to their outpost or their operation or wherever they are headquartered in this city?
So, I just wanted to clarify, we're going to go to one of the military outposts? Like the main one? Or do you want to go to... I don't know how, honestly, I don't really know how intense this is. Like,
I'm not
should we bring it to the
entirely
city center? Should we bring it to...
Yeah,
I mean,
how are we?
I was
transporting-
employed in a different town.
Well, I suppose the best... Do you know where your letter was sent? Was it sent to the city center?
Well, not exactly. It's not like I can basically tell it to go to a specific person or like specific groups of people. and what they do
Who'd
with
you
the information.
go to?
I understand.
To the 139 outpost. They're
Is
located
that anywhere near here?
kind of. It's just um just in the Gilded Esplanade. It's like kind of a fancier part of town, but not like the fanciest, if that makes sense. Lots of merchants and markets and things in the Gilded Esplanade. Kind of a little bit higher class. I mean, most of the medium, like regular people, and your cheaper shops and things. That's in the Larboard Light District. And then in the Crescents, well, that's where like the nobility are, and like the really expensive places, and the capital and things, the Capitol building. The Beaded Alley is again just some more mostly residential area with little shops and things mixed in, filled with a lot of music, and it's very colorful there. And the tumble downs, well, those are basically the but yeah, in the Gilded Esplanade, I mean, it's just over there. She references a direction. But I don't know if those would be the right people to go to for this. They're not like...
Where do you think our best... where do you think we should go based on your expertise?
Expertise is a bit of a long shot, but... I guess we could try there. In the Gilded Esplanade.
Then we shall
Let's go.
follow you.
Okay. She like kind of goes like ahead of you all. And she like makes conversation. She basically says she doesn't really like know the city all that well. Most of her life has been spent on the water or in other places. She basically just sends an animal messenger. And she has never actively been to it.
Okay.
Herself. But let me pull this up here. Sorry. I'm so sorry here. As you guys come in to the into the city, you pass through the Larboard Light District. It's basically all of the it's basically just the port of the city. Lots of people, and just your basic harbor, I should say. Except it's pretty large. A lot of taverns and things in this area. But as you make your way to the Gilded Esplanade, it definitely feels very extravagant. Each street, even as the sun is starting to set, is lined with a huge number of artists and performers. Each of like the little market areas have like very expensive wares and like high-end imports from all.
We should change the background music, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I muted them.
It does still feel like we're on the water.
For that. Do-do-do-do.
Sorry.
There. That should be a little bit better. There's like a big auction house that you guys pass through, and like venues and things for like regular activities and like festivities. And you notice as you come in, there is right here in the city. There is a massive spire like skyport. And it is like this part of the city is just beautiful, and most of the time it is what people think about when they think of the city of Port Damali. I should give you guys this here. Can you see this?
Whoa, that's beautiful.
Whoa,
This is the
nice
city of
art.
Port Damali. And you see like lots of buildings, especially towards the city center. And again, this is not the most perfectly accurate picture, but you see these big domed, golden roofed buildings all throughout. As you pass through the let's see, I think it's this one. So sorry. Just want to make sure that this is the right image I'm pulling up. It's very like expensive and extravagant. You see like a lot of like that's not the right one. I'm so sorry. Trying to look for which one was the right one. Is this one? No. Alright, well you guys can just suck it up with this one then, and imagine. But again, lots of performers, lots of like artists and fancy wares as you come through the city.
Cheem's gonna look up at the skyports and almost in kind of a weary kind of way before looking back forward to where Dejarkle is heading.
You make your way to a post that it's definitely a little under exaggerated because it is a rather large building. It is one that also has the one of the big domes, the gold domes around it. You can kind of reason that each one of the domes is like a specific city building. And you see several throughout. But you make your way there. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. Oh, never mind. It's gonna come again.
That's what she said.
Indeed.
Sorry, that was a bit of a sneezing fit.
Thank you.
Thank you. So
I heard seizing fit, which is not really a bless you moment, and it's a more like worrying.
Oh my god, yeah. But you make your way into this rather large round building, and inside you see like white, lavishly clean marbled floor, with lots of like gold accented things on the windows and the like. You make your way into a center desk, and you see a half-elf man behind a pair of rather low spectacles. Acknowledge your presence as you come in. Hello. How can I help you today? It is. We close soon.
Y'all close. You guys,
Yes.
you guys actually close.
Yes.
It's not a 24-hour station
No.
where you're at.
No.
So crime
By no
only
means.
happens at a specific kind of time of the day.
Oh,
No. Crime can
You're
happen
making
at
us
any
go.
point in the day.
You're going
I- We are simply an office building. You have an appointment?
No. Can we get directed to a place that we could bring the body of a notorious criminal?
He kind of was like, oh, okay. If that's the case, then who's the criminal?
That would be Captain Three Earrings.
Alrighty, let me go and talk to somebody real quick. And he kind of steps behind and seems to be kind of like whispering at something. He hasn't like left, but he's left like earshot basically. And after a few moments, he comes back and says, "Well, I've talked to one of the generals, and I think I think that he had left for the night. And he's at home. He does not really want to be bothered at the moment. I suppose you could bring the body here. I suppose. And you guys can come back in the morning?
We shall come back in the morning with the body.
Okay. And what should I call you at?
Good question. Do you know anywhere where there's an inn nearby?
We can sleep on the boat.
I was gonna say, yeah, because we're gonna bring the body back up anyway.
I suppose. And that would be easier. Could come and get it.
Yes.
And what should I put your name as?
Well, Captain, come on.
Well, we don't have... I suppose this, party doesn't have a name at the moment, but... For now, just put it down under Chim Liam.
Alrighty, so you'll be back here tomorrow? And, he said you're at the harbor. She asked for registration paperwork, basically. Or, excuse me, he asked for, like, paperwork.
Oh, like,
I believe, yeah, like,
Yeah, I got
the
it,
boating
right?
stuff.
oh.
Wait, I got it, right? The book
Yes?
and like,
Yes.
paperwork. I'm gonna pull that out of my, back pocket. I'm gonna, hand it over.
Okay.
Slide.
Information gets jotted down. It,
Chim is just gonna pat Edward on the shoulder. Thank you, friend. I seem to have forgotten it myself.
No problem.
kind of like looks up at you and says, we'll see you here tomorrow. 9 a.m. sharp.
You
Thank
got
you.
it.
You guys head back. you are free to roam the city slash hang out on the ship at your will.
What you're saying is I can go study.
If you're gonna roam the city, could you like tell Brahm? That way he's not like waiting there for you guys.
I mean, I do
mean,
suppose I could
That's me
probably
as
head.
Kale talking, but like
Maybe.
y'all can do whatever you want.
I mean, personally, I wanted to go check out the library. I will head out, but if I have any problems, I'll send Cole the bird directly to you right away.
Marvelous. We will see you
I'm
back.
sure he'll know where the boat is.
Please make sure you're back at a reasonable time so you get enough sleep.
Okay. How many hours do we have to, like, wander and roam the city?
I'm guessing it's like 6 or 7 p.m. now.
Yeah. Yep.
So like 2, maybe 3, depending on the person.
Depending on what you want to do and how late you want to stay up.
Yep.
I mean, how many?
There are markets to go to. There are things that you want to do. Basically, I want to give you guys some time to have a little bit of free time before getting into politics the next day.
Yes, that is true. And you know what I'm going to need for politics? Enhance ability, but I can't afford that. So instead, we're going to do. Is it okay if I like head over to like the library to see if I can like copy some spells or buy some spell? Like
Absolutely, absolutely.
Cool.
The archive is I have to make a decision on what building to pick. I'm going to say I want to say this is the archive.
Okay.
Right here.
So how many hours? I know I keep asking it. How many hours do we have to, like, free time do we have?
You have till 9 a.m.
9 a.m. I mean, like, I do want to actually sleep.
No, 1 a.m.
So then it's up to
If
you.
you over 8 hours plus minus. Yeah, it doesn't. However late you want to stay up, I don't give a shit. If you still want 8 hours of sleep, you should probably be back there by midnight, which gives you, if it's say 7 o'clock, then that gives you 5 hours.
All right.
Well, Cheem, do you want to go? Want to go? Explore the town with me?
I think that would be lovely. Let's go.
We'll
Leave Brom behind.
mhm.
I mean,
somebody should go
I'll
back
head back
to
to
the
the
ship.
for Brahm. I'll go back to inform Brahm of what's going on.
We can all go back and inform the crew as well.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys make your way back, with the exception of
Edward.
Rocky, who has
Yeah,
Edward,
I'll
who has
tell you
gone.
the spells that I want to copy later.
Okay. So you do know that spells to copy are like that's not something that you would have access to
Oh,
in that library. To get spells you have to buy them. That is
okay. So
like
where
if you
would I
want to
like
study,
go to-
research, there's markets everywhere. You can go to like a couple, and I can tell you what's at them. But
Fucking Skyrim, dude. Just talk to them and see what their text box says.
but the library is for studying, like histories, things like that. Arcana in general.
You've committed the crime against Skyrim and her people.
The archive would have, they would have like information like that. You're well aware that they would, but it's not available to the public.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I'll. Actually, is it okay if I spend a little time to look up like laws specifically surrounding, like bounties, fugitives, and like
Ooh.
other,
Absolutely.
particular like topics relating to the current nature of our events right now?
So Edward's,
Absolutely.
Edward's gonna be your lawyer.
You spend basically the rest of your night at the Library of the Cobalt Soul, the archive, and you, because of that, on particular laws regarding your situation, basically, you can have advantage
Oh,
with
for
this
like all
set.
checks relating to like
Yes,
or-
because of the studying
Nice.
that you're doing.
nice.
Um,
That is good.
the rest of you?
Well, we've gone back to the ship, and then we're let's skip the part that we tell them everything. So we've told
Okay.
them everything.
What happened to the our guests?
They're
Ours
still on the ship. They are uncertain if they are allowed. Like,
So
So
we'd rather have their help in the morning, so we can request that of them.
yeah, Emily, can I grab you and pull you into scheming?
so you guys make your way back to the ship. As you guys notice, the everybody is still on board. Brom keeping his arms his arm crossed, like looking out, trusting everybody to do their own things, but like ultimately, just keeping an eye about. If it's okay with you, he kind of like waves at you guys as he sees you approach, and board via the plank, which every ship has, because that's how they board and unboard. Just wanted to throw that out there.
As sometimes onboarding into the sea.
Yep.
Into the sea.
Literally
Mechanical
walk the
reason
plane
why they
into
have
the
it.
thing. It's just
Into
like you
the
leave
sea.
my ship, and I don't care that there's not another one there.
Right. So, you guys board back up. What do you do?
How did the talks go? Are we all free men?
At the moment,
I thought we were skipping.
At the moment, their general is out, so we can't proceed with the talks right now. They will be expecting us in the morning at 9 o'clock at the same office with Captain Three Earrings.
Sounds like corruption to me. Maybe we can, get that general on our side. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. He says wink out loud.
I mean, when you walked in and you asked him about the certain times when crime may happen, I'm a little worried we might be suspicious as well.
I'm sorry. I mean, personally, I experienced crime at night, so it's crazy to me that a office would fucking close that deals with crime. It seems like a fucking ridiculous idea. I mean,
somebody roll a history check that isn't on ammo.
Even I feel like even I could figure this out. Can I roll it?
Yeah. Anybody who wants to can.
except for me.
Big brain.
Okay, just big brain
Are
it.
we doing it?
Yeah, Moonzik, just big brain this.
So, Moonzik, you figure that the building is less of a military/guard outpost, more of a office that handles, more of the less literal, more technical parts of managing.
So it's like a police station, but magical.
Yes, yes.
God
Basically, it's not the kind of outpost that would be open 24/7. It's again, more of a managerial thing.
And I pretty much relay that to Animo on top of course, there are other outposts that have guards and everything that stay up during the night. So no,
So then why are we bringing the body to them? Like, what are they gonna do with it? Fucking file papers?
probably, or as we've discussed, there's a general there. He probably knows better proceedings for this than any of the guards outposts would know, or even the clerk that we've spoken to would know.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, admittedly, what you just said, that makes a lot of sense.
Does it?
Yeah,
Just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure one last time.
yeah, it does make sense. In case you were wondering,
Big
it does.
boy
actually make sense.
general.
By the way, it makes sense.
Big brain.
Thank you, Nemo. I'll be through the thirst judgment.
No
So,
problem.
Brom, you do notice that surprisingly, Edward is not amongst their ranks.
Yo, where did our wizard go?
He
Oh, he wandered off.
said he wanted to go to the library or archives or something, and he didn't stop.
Thanks, Bucks.
Maybe I should ask him to teach me how to read.
That would not be a
You
bad
don't know
idea.
how to read?
Oh, I can make out numbers and basic words and such, but not very well. You have to be
I
able
was
to
basically
recognize
incredibly
prices at a
rude,
market, but that's about it.
I was about to say them a fucking. You would have fucking freaked out. You would have gone ape shit if I had said what I just said. Thought about saying.
I enter a rage.
Your headache pounds.
It's psychic damage. Your bear totem won't save you.
You take psychic damage too.
So, otherwise,
Everybody gets like
Animo, you said you wanted to go and look around the shops a little bit, yes?
You got it right. Yeah.
Does anybody else want to come with us?
Sure do.
Yep.
I'd like to
Sure,
stretch my
you
legs.
can.
Yarg, matey.
Can't wait to get our pirate asses into some shops. Am I right, guys?
Well then, come along, everyone.
I am going to scowl heavily at Animo for saying that as loudly as he did.
Good news, everyone. We're going shopping.
Good news, everyone. Shopping episode.
Alrighty.
20 minutes of shopping.
Necklace.
Okay, so
What a cool looking necklace. It's gonna cost me all my coins.
what would you guys like to do? Where would you like to go?
I'm literally just following along. I just wanted to take a walk.
If anything, Moonsick was looking to invest in, something up, a step up from leather armor, or maybe another weapon.
Okay. So you make
Depending.
your way to the edge of the Larboard Light District, and you find a cheaper shop than what you would find in the Gilded Esplanade. That has a couple of just like armories and smithies that are just starting to to close and pack up, but there are a couple that are still open yet. You go into one. What do you want? I'm not gonna roleplay that. What do you want? Make it happen.
Shit.
Over in guano.
I mean, I kind of wanted to go to like a entertainment district, you know.
Whoa.
Not
Oh.
wait, not you. When I said I didn't mean it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to go to the red light. No, I'm. I meant like
Like
like an
circus
arcade or
clowns.
something. Like I don't know. Exactly. Sir, you got it right. Perfect.
I mean,
That's
if you're
what I
into
want.
clowns, that's on you.
God damn it! Fucking. I thought it was better.
What
at
is a
Circus
red
Racket.
light district?
We're not here to clown around. I'm gonna hate myself later for that one.
Later.
Currently looking.
No funny business, though.
What about
Um,
jesters?
You
How
fall.
My gestures.
much would studded leather cost?
45.
How much would my current set of leather armor be worth?
How much would it sell for? It's used 5.
5. Don't think I have enough to cover that, so I'll hold off on that.
This is what they have in stock right now. They
I love
have
the
carpenter's tools, chains, locks, spikes, like iron spikes, studded leather, a maul, scale mail, a 1 bell, breastplate, and a javelin.
I
Or
do have to
multiple
say,
javelins.
I love the idea of this old merchant guy walking into a store meant for adventurers and just like sizing up things to use for himself.
It's pretty good.
No, he's like looking at every square inch of the leather. It's like, yes, impeccable craftsmanship. I do say so myself. Good eye for these types of goods, if I do say so myself.
To be fair, he does have
Why
a
does
full
he
team
say
of
if I do say
adventurers.
so myself so much?
To be fair, he does have a full team of like actual adventurers right behind him, so it could make sense that he's buying for them. But it's still a funny idea in my head.
So here's a question for the shopkeep. What do we have in stock as far as weapons here? Anything
Well,
special?
for weapons, we've got a maul here, nice high quality maul, and I've got a couple of javelins.
Any daggers?
I can look for some.
But as I just said,
Let's see.
I'm looking to buy at least 3, if you have them.
Yeah, I definitely have them. About 2 gold a piece.
Done and done. Thank you.
Okay, so you're taking 3.
I'm taking 3 daggers.
Remove 6.
Already removed.
Alrighty.
Brom's eyes are going to widen at the 6 gold being exchanged for a few well-made daggers.
Oh.
Admiring the work, friend?
Just reminding myself I'm not in the same world I lived in for so long.
Soon you will be. We'll get you back.
Thanks.
Okay. Is there anything else I can do for y'all?
No, that's all I wanted to look into for now.
I'm good.
Yeah. I don't think I can do anything more.
Oh, what I needed. Thank you for your business.
Okay. Any other shops or locations y'all are going to?
y'all know there's a Denny's around.
Is there a general goods store around by
History
chance?
check to see if I
might
know
be
what it
looking
is.
I think I'm looking for a couple vials of oil.
Yeah, of course. Vials of oil?
Yes.
Yeah, you do find some. Let me see here. Wow, much
Is
Rocky, you good?
Yeah. I just refreshed my roll 20.
Ah, gotcha. Bien,
Please
bien.
brushing.
Okay. But you find one? Each one would cost you 1 silver piece. You would get basically a flask of oil.
Flask of oil. I'll
Each-
buy 10 of
each-
them.
Each one is
What
silver. How
kind
many?
of oil?
For a gold? Okay. So you take
Yep.
10. Just your classic lantern oil slash
Perfect.
oil for spell
That'll work.
components.
It'll work.
I wasn't sure. I thought like it could have been like food grade oil.
Not A grade, just regular
This is
grade.
all THC grade oil. Whoo boy, kids.
That's some really expensive oil.
Ooh,
I'll tell you
boy,
that much.
kids!
Anything else? Anybody wants to buy or do?
I want to look at the grocery part.
Okay, so the groceries.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a legitimate question.
Oh man, it's
He wants to look at them buns.
Specifically,
about
like,
pennies.
spices.
And bread bowls.
Specifically cinnamon. I mean, what? She's adopted the cinnamon challenge. Part of a daily routine.
Someday
Daily
I'll master it.
routine.
Oh god.
Because it went so well for her last time.
Fresh food. You find tons of of little shops that are again just starting to close. The one that you find is still open for sale. They've got a pound of mushrooms, a bag of myrrh, some honey, frankincense, wax, camphor, root vegetables, ice cream, yogurt.
I get the
grain.
honey, and the ice cream.
Can I use my
Okay.
experience
I'm
with
gonna keep that
markets
ice cream,
to
I'm just
figure
kidding.
out whether these are good prices?
Sure. So the price
Wildly expensive.
for the price for the ice cream is for 1 scoop basically to eat right now. It's a silver piece, and for a little thing of honey, it's a gold.
Ooh.
Just a little thing of honey.
Excuse me, not a little.
Is it enough to share with like people?
Yes. I don't know. I think a liter would be approximately how much we're looking at.
We can do one alchemy jug servings worth of honey.
So 4 quarts. For those of you who are American.
Liter.
That's a good size of honey.
It is quite a bit of honey, but it's for gold.
4 gold?
Can I roll history
A
with
gold.
advantage
A
to
gold.
figure out whether this is a good market price?
Are you a beekeeper?
Yeah.
Because I am a
Yes, you do farming things. Go ahead.
yeah. Okay.
I use my history as an asshole
So-
to find out how to bully the person in the front.
You, you do think it's a little expensive, but within reasonable range. Like, it is expensive, but you figure it could be that way because it's the city. But it is probably 8 times as much as you would see if you were to grow / produce it yourself on any given item.
That's kind of the way that
8
stores
times?
work.
Yeah.
But like in real life, that's the way that stores work.
I'm gonna you're gonna hear me whistle like
I didn't hear it.
Damn.
The transportation and seller's markup really must hit hard in the city.
Might as well just take it straight from the fucking beehive, am I right, fella?
Times are pretty rough right now.
Well, I have no idea whether that's even possible here. I know I had to. I know I would supply people who would take it away, and then they'd give me their money. But of course, they'd have to also have their part for carrying it all that way. So
Just
I
like a
suppose that's
musician
why
in
it's so
today's
expensive.
society.
I fought a bee once, with a whole beehive for honey once, and it was not a fun time. So I'm gonna buy it from the store.
Sure, just if you ever by my hometown, talk to me. I know a guy who can give you a much better price. Actually, anything in this market, if you're out near farms, you can get a better price for at a market.
So kind of, yeah.
The shopkeep like eyes you down, like, and then so it's gonna cost you a gold for the honey, and you're just buying enough ice cream for yourself.
So it's a silver piece for a scoop?
Basically, you get
Yeah,
two
I'll
pretty
just-
big ones.
I'll just buy enough ice cream for myself and the
Okay.
whole thing of honey.
So there you go. You can add the honey to your inventory and use eat the ice cream along the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else anybody would like?
No.
Mm-mm.
Beautiful. I'm going to
I think this
kind
market
of.
is far too expensive.
Yeah. You know what's
I'm going
inexpensive?
to.
The library.
I'm going to fast over to you there, Edward. So you're just sitting between the socks and reading your various books and things. When you see somebody making what appears to be a beeline directly towards you.
Do I recognize this person?
No, you do not recognize this person. But she appears to have a determined look in her eye.
Oh boy.
Who does Edward meet?
So the girl you see in front of you, has pointed ears. She has very striking makeup. Raven hair. Her makeup is almost face painting of purple and blue and green. And she puffs up as soon as she reaches you, Edward, and goes, "You just got into town, didn't you?"
I mean, yes, I did.
You smell like seawater, and you're reading some very interesting books there.
I mean, yeah. Always got
What did you
curious
guys
to-
do? I'm so interested. We very rarely get adventures anywhere, and I'm so excited.
I mean, I just figured I'd probably come here and study some books. I don't really get much of an opportunity to read when I'm out in the ocean. It calms me down a little.
So why these books? And she's just gonna sit down next to you, completely uninvited.
You know, I'm like gonna like scoot over, make like a little space for her. Well, I mean, you know, for me, I think, I don't know. I kind of picked out this type of book. Not really quite sure. I just randomly like to pick books, you know, like
made that
out in the
fast.
ocean, you can only carry so much with you, and like, you know, like when you have so many books and you read them over and over and over until each cover is worn from front to back, it gets kind of boring and stale. So I like to just randomly come into the library periodically and randomly pick out books.
If you guys didn't notice, on your screen appeared a picture of the woman in question. Mm-hmm.
Well,
You either had that ready
Beautiful.
beforehand, or you made that really quickly.
so, what is your name?
My name is Edward. What about you?
Brine.
Brine, I see.
That's
Yes,
Brine. Brine.
Like saltwater?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like saltwater.
All right. So, what
Quite an
brings you
ironic
into
name,
my
actually.
company?
Well, you see, I am just so curious. You're over here, you're reading your books, you're all read, and I wanted to know what you were reading about. You looked all studious over there. Also, you smell of adventure, and I absolutely love the idea of doing adventures. So, if you're interested, I'm going to tag along with you.
What?
I mean, you're free to come along with me, but I'm not sure about my crew. You have to go ask them if you want to.
Oh no, I'm not
Yeah.
asking, I'm telling.
I mean, I'm not really sure how the rest of my party would probably take to this with some sudden abrupt following behind me. Follower, at least.
She rolls her eyes. Look, I can be helpful. I know what I'm doing, and quite honestly, I just need a party.
You just need a boat?
A party.
Oh. I mean,
Fun times.
did something happen to your previous party? I hope they didn't get mauled by bugbears or something.
Well, I never really had one. But I did come here on a boat that kind of got sunk to the bottom of the ocean. So do they count as my party?
I'm gonna go with no.
Then nothing happened to them.
Okay. I mean, do you have any relatives that you know anywhere? Any family?
Yes, but they're all in the Feywild. They kept telling me that I couldn't come back because I was too trusting or whatever. Also, I liked making friends with weird people. I don't know what that's about.
I see. I mean, I do agree. I don't think it's every day that you meet a genasi. Us folk are relatively rare.
Oh, I just thought you were red because you wanted to look that way.
No, people that look red. I mean, I've got two people in my party that look red when they want to look red. They get really angry sometimes and like to swing like giant sharp blades and whatnot.
I'd love to meet them.
If you want, I can go and take you to them. Probably introduce you to them.
Oh, no, not yet. You seem like you're going to be here doing boring stuff like reading. Well, I mean, I like to read too, but I've got my own studying to do. But, tell me before you go. I'm joining you guys.
I mean, that was a statement. That wasn't.
I know, and it's also a command. Tell me before you go.
Tell you before you go. I mean, I can show you to the party.
Oh my god.
So that's
see
the
if-
most awkward fucking character introduction I've ever had.
Well, when you're talking to Edward, it kind of is going to be.
Come on, it's Edward we're talking
I
about.
love that Brine has completely doormatted him.
Help, this doormat has got caught in my door, and it won't come out.
She's gonna snatch the book out of your hand to see what you're investigating.
Okay, is that like a dex save, or like do you just take it? Because there
I'm
is
just
no
gonna
dex
That's
take
up to
it.
you.
take it.
That's up to you.
I'm gonna
If you're
take
gonna
it if I'm
resist-
allowed to.
Are you gonna resist? You're gonna let her take it.
You know what? I'm gonna let her take it. She's not like a threat.
Ooh, that is fun stuff. You're
I mean, yes.
researching the laws on bounties.
I mean, yeah, particularly. You know,
So, who did
judicial
you catch?
jurisdictions among this part of the country, and you know any particular transactional systems acquired throughout any particular, you know, contracts out of said territory of this jurisdiction.
So you haven't. So have you caught anybody? Is that why you're looking at this, or are you just looking at this because you want to catch somebody?
I mean, I'm an adventurer. I want to go catch them, and you know, I
She
feel
makes a
like
pouty face. I was hoping for a story.
I mean, if
Oh, well,
you want to,
I've got my own studying to do. I'll see you later. Bye. And she literally disappears into sea mist.
oh, he's gonna like take a whiff of the air and like catch a faint breeze of salt in the air.
Mhm.
He's gonna like wonder what happened for a moment, and then he's just gonna go back to reading.
Anyway, back with the other group of people. Brom's still with you. Just want to make that clear. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do?
Moontick is pretty content.
Just go to a tavern, anything like that. I don't care. You can go back to the ship. You can all meet
Gotta
there.
find the
Sleep.
clowns.
Moontick's probably going to head back to the ship. He wants to make sure he has rest for what's to come tomorrow.
I also head back with music.
Brahma's gonna head back to the ship, and he's gonna talk to Heidi, for a little bit. And what he's gonna be talking about is essentially the plans to make sure she's fully aware of essentially how we're representing things to the Clovis Concord for her sake and all of ours. And then he's going to start thinking about how much he needs to head back home.
Okay. The next morning, everybody came back just fine. You guys, I assume, were carrying the casket with
Yeah. Open carrying a casket through the town all the way to the office building.
Ooh,
Okay.
who's all carrying it?
I'm gonna carry it on my shoulder, doing the dance from the
Yeah.
yes.
Oh God. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not
Oh, I
actually
think
doing
Heidi
that.
would be pissed with you.
I'm not actually doing that. But yes, I am carrying the casket.
Okay. You'll need another person to help you, I assume. Anemo? I assume?
Hey, Mom.
Yes, yeah.
Nemo.
Okay, perfect. So you guys, I'm not gonna make you roll a strength check. You together, you guys are two fucking barbarians. Um,
Passive strength
as
score.
you leave the ship with carrying Captain Three Earrings' body, you you do notice that Heidi is not there. She's not participating, and she's not gonna like watch or anything like that. But you guys make your way back through the town carrying this casket. You get a couple of weird stares, but nothing crazy. People don't know what's inside of it.
Oh wait, am I with everyone else on the boat?
I'm assuming you guys are
I
all
assume.
traveling back to the outpost, the office.
Okay. Mind if I cast like minor illusion? Like it's like a crudely made box, right? Made out of improvised wood and stuff, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So I'd like to randomly just like cast minor illusion and then make like text across the the casket, like this side up cargo, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then fragile, like the fragile like text across it as well, like stamped across the top, right?
Yep.
All of that, just to make it inconspicuous.
I mean,
Absolutely.
okay.
You do that. Um.
Cargo ID 420.
Again, it's a good thing Heidi's not with us. She would be pissed.
So you make your way back on time, because you so do, with her body, and you do see the same clerk there before. Upon your arrival, he ushers you to a corner of the room. There's some arcane elevators.
Sweet.
That lets you travel up. You go up near the top-ish, not all the way to the top, but you do go a pretty good distance as you approach a floor, basically, of with a little nameplate on it that says General Lorenzes. As you get there, you can give a little bit of a knock, 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 and a general you see a man standing there. He's human, with a big bushy salt and pepper beard, and his head is shaved. He's got a bit of a pot belly, but he looks really strong. He's not in full armaments or anything like that, but he does carry a rapier on his side. As he opens the door, he gestures for you to set down the body of the box that you're carrying cargo this side up onto the floor. He says, "So you were my 9 a.m. So
That is correct.
I have note here that you have the body of 3 earrings, yeah?
That is correct.
Alright, well, don't mind me, just pop that open there. I just want to give it a good look over. So, you guys pop open the top of the makeshift casket.
Since I was carrying it, I'm gonna be the first to just pop it open.
Inside, you all notice the lightly shimmering body of Captain Three Earrings. He glances and takes a little bit of a look and says, "All right, give me just a moment here." And you see him mutter something under his breath, and he says, "You can leave her here. You guys come on in." He invites you into his office. he sits down at his desk. You see, like, the walls are covered in like a variety of books, and it's well furnished by somebody who has clearly been here for a very long time, and but it's not like super organized or necessarily lavish. It's just the accumulation of years of work. He sits down and he says, "My name is General Lorenzes, and you all are."
Various adventurers slapped together by the tide of fate.
That doesn't
Mine is
really
a
answer
wind
my
chime.
question. Okay, there you go. Wind chime. And your last name?
Crab
See, he's writing this
apple.
down. Alrighty. And you, he points to you and Nemo.
Yeah. What? Sorry, I'm just
Your
introducing myself.
name.
Your name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your name.
Your
Sorry.
name.
NMO. That's my name.
Last name?
Your mom. That's not what I say. I'd say Rahman is what I
Okay.
say.
Okay, okay.
Well then.
He goes through and takes everybody's first and last name down, along with where they are from. So we're gonna go basically in order here. Is anybody not telling him the truth?
Miles is very hesitant. Very, very hesitant. I haven't decided if I'm going to lie
Well,
yet.
Edward tells him the truth.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say to Soa, even though it's not quite true, it's close enough.
Moonzik will
Okay.
say Chim Liem, and he... Oh, shoot. I don't remember. I didn't put down a city of origin for him, but I assume it was on like his like on his biography when he picked that stuff up. So he'll give that information.
Okay, and it would have been Port Damali.
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
Miles will stubbornly tell him Newsies. Very stubbornly. Like he didn't want something about it.
Okay. And are you telling him where you're from?
Yeah. Yeah. Where I'm from's not the... It's the...
What? You cut out.
I said, where I'm from's not an issue. The last name's the issue.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. After taking note of everybody, he says, so, last night I received a missive from the front office and from a woman named, he glances at his notes, Dejarkle, giving a report of the happenings on the Wave Chaser, yes?
Correct.
And this ship was previously captained by Three Earrings, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And you have since slain her.
Kind of
Yes.
harsh, but yeah.
I mean, the proof is right there in that box, is it not?
Okay, and you guys do. I would say everybody hears movement from outside. Sound of box opening, closing, and then being picked up and carried away. You assume. Let me pull this up here. Alrighty, so I'm just going to read out the charges sent forth for 3 earrings. She's got piracy, captaining a ship for the cause of piracy, murder, intentionally causing or taking actions that led to petrification, smuggling, slave trafficking, vandalism of a Concord ship of line with intent to scuttle, trading in banned substances, trading in counterfeit coin, causing humiliation or shame to a member of the clergy. That
Ooh.
is, again, let's see, 750 gold dead, and 1,500 gold alive. Oh, excuse me, I meant the other way around. I apologize. I flipped those. So, 1,500 gold dead, 750 gold alive.
Wow.
You're gonna see Brahm back up both from the numbers and also she dealt in slaves.
Looks here. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Yes, so we do have a 2 counts of slave trafficking on her part. It looks like it was with 2 people, traveled from Port Damali to Nicodronis. Unfortunately, we have not been able to track the locations of them since.
You can see his face get like significantly angrier and go, that clears a lot off my conscience.
I also have some other crew members here. I've got a note of Dilliu. Looks like there is a confidentiality notice here. Let's see. Looks like somebody requested him for 750 gold for a safe return to Nicodronis. Nothing says anything else here, but yes, 750 full gold for safe return to Nicodronis. There is a Heidi Axebeard. She has charges for piracy, a murder of a serviceman of the Clovis Concord, brawling, negligent death of another during a brawl, rioting, conspiracy to incite a riot, and slanderous sedation. That is 200 gold alive, 100 gold dead. Borth. See here, I have no last name on record, but I've got piracy is marked down. Kijori here is another one. I assume all of these are still with you, correct? Either way,
Correct.
Kijori, piracy, larceny, morally wronging a Concord official. It was, looks like it was an embarrassing tryst with one of the official's daughters. Oof.
Oh!
Oh, okay. You go, Kajari!
No,
And
God!
he also has a note here for 200 alive and 100 dead.
What?
And you all, based off the misses I have received, have just general piracy if you guys were on the ship. But circumstances have seemed to be since been changed. Tell me. He leans back. What happened? What's going on? I have conflicting reports from a variety of different people. Some who were refugees from the Palma Flora. I have some, again, letters from Dejarkle, or notes, missives from Dejarkle, and a variety of conflicting reports from a couple of sailors that had attempted to board the ship.
I'm gonna step forward. I can speak for most people here when I say that the circumstances upon the wave chaser were mostly people being swept up through no will of their own. Kajori didn't know they were on a pirate ship until the Clovis Concord had already boarded. We did not know until...
The same can be said for Dilyu as well.
I got a question. Did any of like what I read last night in the library like have any loopholes or any sort of like legal methods to at least like clear as many names of like the crew of the Wave Chaser?
Go
Or,
ahead,
like-
roll me a history check with advantage.
Ooh, advantage. All right, cool.
Advantage.
Oh, whoops. I rolled
Whoa.
it twice.
What?
We'll take the first one.
The
15.
That's
18.
15.
18. It's 18,
18?
out of the 3 he rolled, because he accidentally rolled it
Oh,
3
I
times.
rolled 3. Whoops, 18. 18.
Yeah.
Wow, there's so much history. Okay, so for an 18, you would know that, typically speaking, the only people who you would have like serious issues clearing would be particularly Heidi. It would be difficult, depending on what kind of evidence that they have for her brawling and rioting. And you know that Dilyu, with charges being confidential, it's going to be hard to tell. However, with Kajori and Borth, mainly the vote of piracy, if it can be convinced that if they didn't, they still participated in piracy, but they do have a case if they didn't know. The Kajori's tryst with an official's daughter, that is typically when they set rewards for those things. They
Still thing, right?
it can be sometimes dealt with outside of outside of legal matters. And most of the time they prefer them to be alive. In terms of rewards. But there are cases to be made for most of them, and help that would clear them. But the one that you're particularly, the two that you're particularly worried about is Heidi, and with Dilyu, you're not really sure what to do.
Yeah. Can I at least step up and state a case for Kajori and also Borth, saying that they weren't I would step up going. I mean, I know some of the crew members weren't particularly sure of the fact that they were actually pirates until after the fact. That until relatively close to the point of Captain Three Earrings' demise. I know under a particular section of the law, it says that particular actions taken by said individuals following a party that's also being charged with piracy usually has the burden fall under the leader.
Which is true.
It's not deceased.
This is pretty true. Nice job, by the way. Go ahead with that. Roll me a persuasion check with advantage, because that was a good argument.
Ooh, okay. Persuasion.
Hell yeah.
17.
So, he kind of nods his head a little bit and says, well, depending on the information you all tell me today, we can talk about the possibility of parole, per se. Maybe lessening charges to ease your fines, things like that.
Thank you.
I mean, depending on what goes on and who it is, he might be able to work out the whole thing with fines instead of time.
I'm going to step forward and I'm going to say, even Heidi, as much as she's has her own issues, obviously, from that record. Owed Captain Three Earrings a life debt. With such a thing over her head, I don't know if she can fully be responsible for her own actions.
Excuse me?
Plenty of things to think about. So far, tell me what happened. And we're gonna not go through telling every single thing
I was
that
gonna say-
happened. Is there anything you want to specifically add or specifically not include on how you tell this story? And particularly in regards to Cheem Liam.
In
And his-
regards to who?
Cheem.
Gene?
Because, you know,
Team.
diving as an old man might not be the best thing to put in.
Oh, that is true.
If I'm ever asked a question, I'm going to phrase it as if Chim wasn't with me, and was simply on the ship more as a supervisory figure.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
I'm gonna emphasize the part that the Shagwin leader, basically, what is it? When we met, we defeated Captain Three Earrings with the help of the Shagwin, and in return they ask for diplomatic action. They request diplomatic actions. In order to spare their population.
Find a peaceful solution is how I'm going to put that.
Yeah.
He looks deeply concerned by this.
Deeply concerned.
Alrighty? Yeah. Is there anything else?
The ownership of the Wave Chaser.
Yes.
Oh, does anything about the law that I've read state anything about what happens to the ownership if the captain dies from a mutiny, or if the captain is a wanted criminal and said party that was sent after a certain pirate ship happened to seize and capture that ship.
Mm-hmm. In your research, you do remember what it kind of varies based off of the situation, but in all cases, the ship is marked with by the Clovis Concord. They take a bunch of information, and frequently, however, there's precedent for that ship being given to people who have done good deeds, basically in terms of reprimandations for harm caused. Does that make sense?
What cost?
Harm caused.
Oh.
Right.
Wait, so it's...
Depending on the specific situation, if somebody had been taken captive on a ship for a long time, or if somebody was instrumental in obtaining the leader of said ship, a lot of times they can end up getting the ship.
Well, we just obtained the leader of that ship.
Could I stretch
Not
a
in
little
every
bit
case.
Could I Okay, so I'm not sure if we get to keep it doesn't look like we're going to be keeping this ship. So could I make an argument stating that since Salachai had played a vital enough role in taking down Captain Three Earrings, that at least if the ship obviously the Shogwin's not going to want a ship, so at least if the Clovis Concord does end up seizing this ship, that the money would be sent in order to be spent at as a diplomatic diplomatic approach. But I would that
Can we not? And can I go with what I was trying to go with?
Okay, yeah, fair enough. What are you trying to do?
I was just gonna, like, no legal sense involved, ask if we could register the ship under our names and have it not marked down as a pirate ship, given that it was no longer in the hands of pirates.
Fair enough.
We have all the relevant paperwork. Under paperwork, it's ours.
That is true.
So when the
Finders
fuck did we say that it
keepers.
didn't look like we were getting the ship? Like, I don't know why you said that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think at this point it's killers keepers, but you know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, in regards to the wave chaser, it is now in our possession. Do you believe? Could we register it such that?
Hold on, somebody is struggling.
What was that? You okay over there?
Did somebody fucking die, fall downstairs? Like, I'm serious. Is everybody okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
In
that was
order,
some serious audio thing.
Cameron,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Lily.
Lily?
Chime.
I don't know. Other than me, I didn't hear anything.
Oh.
Oh.
It sounded like you were moving like really restlessly or you fell or something.
Yeah, I was just like playing that.
Okay. Lily, your audio is still not great.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm just gonna say, since the ship is no longer in pirate hands and now in our possession, would it be possible to have it registered and that way there are no misunderstandings if we take it back out onto the water?
Possibly, but there's definitely some paperwork that has to be filled out before that can happen. We still have the issue of the other members of the crew. We need to bring them in, interview, talk to them, figure out what happened, etc., etc. Couple of days, typically, for these kinds of proceedings. And then, depending on what they say, things that go on, and that we can provide confirmation of the story you just told, then, yeah, I would say, in the evenings, be near your ship. I've got marked here with all the information. Don't leave the city, etc., etc. If you cause any sort of trouble while you are here, imagine each one of those sentencings about twice as bad as it would normally have been, because you are being investigated. So, but while that happens, during the daytime, you're free to roam the city. Otherwise, if we need you for interviewing, we will come to the ship and get those addressed accordingly.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you graciously for your time.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
As the governing body, I know this is probably higher than you, but there was a lord in Palmaflora before I came here. I came for money to rescue my farm. When I did, I was laughed out. My farm was hit by a monster attack, and I had no ability to rebuild without some funds. I figured since I paid my taxes and the governing bodies were there to protect farmers such as myself, I would be able to get some sort of compensation to restart. When I was laughed out, these were the circumstances that forced me into these events. I don't know if there's any way I can find some sort of support fund for similar.
Seeing as you all have returned the body of 3 earrings dead, I am obligated to give you the gold for that. As for in Tusoa, Pomoflora. Do not deal with the governing bodies there.
I understand. Thank you. I was just curious.
Is there anything else I can do for you all?
No, I think that would be all.
Alrighty, expect us to be contacting you within the next couple of days, etc., etc. You can bring this missive down to our bounty office, and we'll get the rest of the legal proceedings going thereafter. And you see him scribble out a note and pass it to you all. It says, basically, bounty of Captain Three Earrings, the list of charges, dead or alive. Dead is circled, total 1,500. Again, let me know if anything changes, and do not leave the city. And he kind of gestures for you guys to head out.
Thank you.
Things that you guys noticed during the entire interaction is he seemed pretty apathetic, and like he himself didn't really know who Captain Three Earrings was by name itself. That she was not worth that quantity of
Gold.
like the normal. No, she is worth that much money, but like even at that amount,
it's not
like
huge
a big
to him.
Right. It's not like you're dealing with an evil mastermind or somebody who's been on whatever. It's just a pirate.
What?
Yeah.
30 million berries?
Okay. Any One Piece fans in the chat?
I am watching through the fucking anime right now. I am to like 150 something right now.
Oh, you too. That's about where I am. We should
What
watch
anime?
together.
Hell yeah!
One Piece.
What anime?
Anyway,
One Piece.
Brom, when he gets back to the ship after we collect bounty, I don't want to roleplay all that.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's going to look to Edward and go, "You seemed really knowledgeable about all that. I feel like you should probably tutor all of our crewmates on what to say if they want to get out of this with the minimum possible charge."
I mean, perhaps, but I have to go find out more about their circumstances. I know Dilyu has some sort of confidentiality.
That can only be helped by talking to them, yes?
Agreed, and I'm not really quite sure regarding the circumstances of Heidi Axbeard.
She should probably run.
I'm not really sure whether or not these incidences occurred before or after she joined the crew of Captain Three Earrings. If she had joined the company of Captain Three Earrings after these charges, then it would be very, very difficult to absolve this problem from her and lift these charges.
Yeah. We should probably warn her. The good news is that he'll pass on... That general will probably pass on the information that the Sogwin want peace talks. That was far easier to get done than I expected.
He does anything.
If he does anything.
If he does anything.
Wait, what? What am I doing?
So
You're
with
helping
that,
the crewmate's lawyer up.
yeah. So
Looking for
guys are at
calm
the ship.
emotions to see if I can learn it before we head back to Heidi's, so that I can cast calm emotions on her. But it's
you can if you
no, it's
can
hard
find.
stuff. I can't do it.
Okay. At any rate,
So I
is
guess we
there?
can do you first.
You can talk to Dilyu. So you kind of, you get up there. I'm just gonna say, Cheem. He stands up. He's like, "All right, everybody, we're gonna have a meeting. or however you want to say it. And you guys each meet, each of the crew members meets individually on with basically everybody, I'm assuming, or whoever wants to be a part of it.
I forget. Did we receive the reward for the bounty?
You did receive the reward.
Okay.
That's 1,500. For dividing it by 6.
Ooh, that is not an even number.
Yes, it is.
It's gonna be 250.
Yep.
Oh, 250. My bad. I thought it was
because 1,500 is divisible by both 3 and 2.
Yeah, you got me there.
Are we dividing it by 6 or with all of the crewmates?
You let me take care
You
of
guys,
that.
how you want to do it?
We are dividing that up by 6. The crewmates
Yep.
did not do this.
This is true.
All right.
Also, do you really think Heidi wants that blood money?
No, I don't. I don't think any of them want it. But it's kind of like a hard fucking decision to make, given, like,
Yep.
okay, so we're gonna kill him, so what are we gonna do now? We're just gonna...
So, let's...
take money.
Everyone!
I don't know if they like
Everyone
that either.
on board! Come below deck. We need to have a meeting immediately.
And with that, everybody does. You're below deck. You notice both the both Dejarkle and Arzan and Sarcha are also present for this. They all kind of crowd below deck. You notice that it's quite a crew you guys have accumulated in terms of numbers, including yourselves. It is quite a few.
As of right now, with everybody in presence, it's 13 people total.
Yep.
Jesus. We have just spoken with the general at the office we were just at. We have collected the reward for Captain 3 earrings, and we have been discussing everything in terms of charges and everything. Currently, as it stands, each of you is wanted for something or another, aside from our passengers.
And Dejarkle.
Charges for Dilyu we currently do not know.
You see him stiffen like a fucking he is as stiff as a board, but not like in that
Dilyu?
way. Not in that way. Yeah, Dilyu. He is like his body is.
If as a
like,
board, but vertically, not horizontally. Got it.
Yes.
All we know in terms of Dilyu is that he is what was the city he was wanted back in? It wasn't Phelan.
Nicodranas. Nope, Nicodranas.
All we know for Dilyu is that he is wanted safely back in Nicodranas. The other two the other three, Kijori had something to do with I'm not going to say that out loud, never mind.
I mean, an incident.
Do
around
we
him.
all notice like a smirk on him or something?
Yes, I was gonna say yes.
He's like
Kijori's face.
You notice him kind of like just like arms crossed, like smirk just a little bit. He knows exactly what happened. He knows exactly what happened.
Yeah.
As for the other charges and circumstances, we do have Edward looking into the laws and everything, and so far he has proven himself very well. So we're placing our faith and trust in him. However, when it comes to things, some chances look better than others. And while we will try our best, we may not be able to save everyone from judgment. That being said, as he kind of looks directly at Heidi for a split second and back, as some of you feel like the charges will not be dropped, we are supposed to turn you in. However, if, for say, someone were to run off in the middle of the night while we're all sleeping and take some gold, maybe...
Well, we wouldn't have any evidence as to where you've gone.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
We would give them all the information we know.
That's true. I mean, I'm particularly more inclined to be allocating my time trying to figure out ways to, at least clear everybody on the ship's names from this entire ordeal. I know that Kijori Borth in particular had committed most of those crimes after joining the captain, and since she was responsible for, she was responsible for coordinating or leading those leading those actions that led to those charges being put against you, that those charges could actually be put towards her and be charged towards her. So as long as you guys did not have former knowledge of the fact that you guys were members of a pirate crew, and then specifically Hijori, I give him a quick glance, and I'm going to say, as long as you guys don't know, didn't have any former knowledge of that, it looks like we could be able to clear your names. Now, the other problem is Dilyu. The problem surrounding Dilyu is that I'm not really quite sure about the circumstances, considering that everything relating your case of your safe arrival or your safe escort is confidential. So I'm not sure if you want to talk about this privately, if you want to talk about this openly, but if I'm not able to understand these circumstances, I probably won't be able to know how to clear you from the law.
You see him, his seafoam skin pale a little bit as he looks like he's about to vomit. He is been dreading this, you can tell. But he doesn't give you any explicit explanation immediately. He doesn't just offer that up. He's kind of frozen in fear.
I mean, is this probably an issue that we can tackle later? I mean, I'm not sure, but tomorrow, I'm sure probably some members of the party here. I roll an Arcana to know, who can learn calm emotions or who has access to calm emotions.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna override it with a 15, so that's a 21.
Okay.
I mean, first, how long do we have until the next
It's you have quite a ways to the next one. It's the morning. You guys just got back. It's noon-ish.
See, I can't do that because then the cleric can't reset. I mean, I wouldn't know that, so I guess I'll just burn my 15. Okay. Arcana check 21.
You would know, yeah. Whatever.
I'm gonna look at win time. I'm gonna go. Okay. I know particular servants of deities and those that attribute their power through faith can channel their power to essentially calm down certain human emotions or other humanoids, do you think you could perhaps prepare some sort of spell or some sort of, some sort of calming spell that you can conjure up in order to help Heidi and in order to help deal you with, this particular problem?
I think I can do it.
Thank you
Haven't
very
done
much.
it yet,
I'd be
but-
very grateful. I'm sure this could probably help Heidi at least alleviate some grief for at least a little bit of time through this.
Yeah.
Heidi shifts uncomfortably. So, Borth says, so for me, it looks like things are on the up and up.
As it stands,
It's already done.
Alright, well, that's good news at least. When are they coming?
sometime within the next couple of days is what they told us. They may also come by within that time period for interviews or any other statements.
Alright. He stretches. Well, is there anything else?
I forget, were they allowed to move around the city as well, or did they have to stay put, the crew?
They can move around this. They can move around the city. I didn't specify, so yeah, they can move around the city,
Yeah.
but they will be called upon.
Okay. Well, one more thing. Everyone aboard is allowed to move around the city as they need to, as they want to even, but do not leave the city. And if you are needed, you will be called upon.
All right.
Too crazy?
So, for legal advice, we go to you, Kajori says, pointing at Edward.
Yes, I'm not actually a particular expert in law as a general field, but I did do my best to study the legalities surrounding the events of a death of a particular figure, and bounties surrounding that.
So, we should probably talk, because, boy, do I have a story to tell you.
Oh boy!
I mean, I'm all ears.
If you want
I would
to
prefer
talk
if it
in
was
private, we
alone,
can
though.
talk in private.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we can probably find a room and close the door.
Do you want me to come with as well, or do you want this to be between you and Edward?
I mean, if you want to listen in, you can, but this is probably not a story for sensitive ears.
Well,
He kind of smirks to himself.
He's smirking. He's got that like smirky smirk.
I'm gonna go. The less I know, the less that can incriminate me in court. Plausible deniability and all that. I'm gonna go to bed.
Fair enough.
It is literally noon.
Oh,
Wait, I thought this was the same night.
no.
No.
This is the next
no, that's in the
morning.
morning.
Then I'm going to walk out to the library. Even though I don't know how to read, and I'm going to attempt to learn.
Oh god.
Okay, roll a straight intelligence check.
Oh god.
Oh,
Where is my character?
Or at least
Normal.
read more.
Yes. Read more.
Because you have a basic understanding of language. Written
Yeah.
language.
okay.
Oh boy.
So you go to the library. You grab the first book that you see. Yes. Yes. That's
Yep.
exactly the book that you. That's exactly the book that you pull, and your finger trails underneath every word, and you say it out loud. You're like, "C spot run." C spot. It just continues. And
Can I make it canonical that Brine is
Yes.
also in the library at the same time, and she's reading a dissertation on the history of politics in the city?
yes, yes, that's exactly what's going on.
Oh, sweet Lord, sweet Christ.
So that happens.
Yup.
Chicka chicka boom boom.
Alrighty. So I know it's a little bit early to be ending tonight, but we're gonna, unless anybody has anything in particular that they would like to do, I think this is
Jory's
okay.
story.
Ah, yes.
This is gonna eat away at me. I mean, can I send you a list of spells that I want to buy and like material components for said spells that I want to buy?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
We can assume that happens over the next several days. When we come back next time, we'll do a sort of montage of these meetings and interviews and go from there. And you guys, again, each day you do have some free time to go about and do whatever it is that you want to do. Maybe we can graduate from C-Spot Run to Judy B. Jones. We'll see.
Angry
Do
caterpillar.
you need us to prepare anything for next session then?
For next session, no, you guys are all good.
Okay.
Okay.
Just prepare your calm emotions.
Yeah, sorry, I just don't feel very good. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
No, that's cool.
But yes, next week we will continue.
Well, goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, Twitch.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching the stream tonight. We are about to end. If you wanted to go back and catch what happened in today's stream, or go back and watch previous episodes, go on YouTube and look up Frigid Hyperion. That's one word, space stream, and that should bring my channel up. For those of you on YouTube who wants to catch the stream, that will be on twitch.tv/FrigidHyperion every Monday from starting at 5 Central, 6 Eastern. Thank you, and everyone have a beautiful night.